IAMHOCKEY.
Hi everybody, my name is Timothy Robertson and I am hockey. So I want to talk with you guys today about how I beat cancer. So I'm just going to read a little story here that I wrote, and hopefully you guys can sit and enjoy it, and then we'll go over a couple of things on what my next steps are on the YouTube channel here. I'm going to cover a lot of things to do with suicide prevention, and then also about cancer recovery. So especially any YouTubers out there who have also had similar plights in fighting cancer and then coming back and playing like I have. So I'm just going to start off. So my name is Timothy Robertson and I am hockey. When I was in my 20s, I played pickup ice hockey for a few years. Then I had kids and work took over, and I put my bag down for the last time in December of 1993. That's when I started working to support my family, right? And that's what I do. I've done that for 23 years, and then I was still with my wife, and I had raised my kids to adulthood. My youngest child was 15 and a half. She was my entire life at that point. But I went back and I sought out that old hockey bag. And when I opened it, what I found was, one, I needed new equipment. All of that stuff was really old, and I had a nickname when I was playing when I was younger. It was called Crow. And my actual Detroit Red Wings shirt, which is right here. So here's my Detroit Red Wings shirt, right? And it has my name on it, Crow. Yeah. Anyways, so that was my nickname. And the reason they called me Crow was because I had, at the time, old and beat up equipment where the stuffing was all falling out. And then I got long blonde hair, and I'm a young kid. I wore the helmet, the hair stuck out. Really looked like a scarecrow. Anyways, to continue on, it's 23 years later. I have my wife, my kids. I've raised to adulthood, like I said. And then after I got the equipment, I was looking for somewhere to skate. And I called up the local rink, Norway Savings Bank Arena. It had been built about a year before, and I knew about it, and I'd been following the progress of it being built, and I was toying with the idea of coming back. So I ended up getting the equipment, all Bauer equipment, and some nice skates, and fully decked out with all the right equipment. And I called the rink, and they gave me Chris Clark's name. And I thank Chris. From that day, I called him, and he said he had room for me to play. So I was able to join. And so that was really, really good. And that's really where my I Am Hockey journey began. Before, when I skated, I wasn't I Am Hockey, but right then is where I really started coming up with that name, I Am Hockey. It was a little later on, though. So I'm just going to read this next part here. So on my first shift in my first pickup game, man, was I bad. When I got to the bench, after trying to skate as hard as I did when I was 23 years ago, I was gasping and wheezing. I felt like I was going to die. I remember it as clear as day, as if it was yesterday, that feeling that on the bench that day, I could not breathe, and I wondered if my heart could take the stress. I'd not done anything physically for years, so I was not sure I could stress my heart out like that. It was hard in the moment. I almost said I can't. Then it was my turn to go back out on the ice, and I decided, well, let's do it. I've never looked back. Since that day, I've made many friends locally, and then some online now. Now that I'm doing the YouTube and posting out the videos out there, I've met a lot of good people in the community, the hockey community. I mean, the hockey community in general is just a really good group of people. They're really level-headed people that, you can talk to, and they're down to earth, except a couple of them want to fight out on the ice. But as long as you leave it on the ice, it's good. So I've met some guys like Charlie. Charlie had a son who passed away, had fought some sicknesses and illnesses. So I really like Charlie. Charlie's a really good guy, and and I feel bad for what's happened to him, but he doesn't look down on it like that. And he goes out there. He's actually got very diminished eyesight, and he can't really see on the ice, but he still goes out there and plays. He wears his son's number on the back, and really, I'm really proud of him about that, and how he dedicates his skating and his hockey to his son. He said he used to always play hockey with him. So Charlie is one guy, and then of course there's another guy I've met who's taken me in, and I play on his team now in a league. His name's Jason Boeing. Really good guy. Accepted me onto his team and allowed me to grow with a group of guys that had already been there for a long time, and I really feel like he made me feel like I'm one of the group, and I really like that. And and that's really what hockey's about, right? I played for a couple of other teams, O'Belchers and Arcadia prior, but nothing like playing on Roadkill. And so that's my favorite team right now. I play on is Roadkill. It's probably the most favorite team I've ever played on. The group of guys there are just really great, and they all work to try to win, and they're all got a great attitude, and that's spectacular. So there's Jason, there's Dave McKenzie. I play with him with Chris's group, talk with him. He's a concrete guy. Then there's Mike Peralt. I also play with him on Chris's group on Wednesday night, but he also plays on a Greco on my Friday night league against Roadkill, so that's pretty cool. Then there's Caleb. Caleb's another YouTuber, and he's actually on a Greco on Friday nights, and then he's on my team on the Sunday night Faster League. He's the goalie for my Sunday night Fast League for Bork Construction. Josh Bork is another guy, really nice guy who took me in. It's a faster league, and I'm not no spring chicken, so I didn't know if I could play at that level, and he took me in, and I've been playing for them now for a couple of years, and I'm definitely not the best player on the team, not even close. I'm probably the worst player on the team. As a matter of fact, I'm sure I'm the worst player on the team, but I hold my own, and I work really hard out there, and they've all accepted me, and that's really good. I appreciate that from Josh. There's a bunch of other guys I've met. Mike Hughes is a really nice guy. He's a fireman, really dedicated to helping people and so forth. So, just a lot of really great people that I've met, in hockey. And then there's Marietta. She runs the Sunday night Boston Creams. She is a fantastic person who is just really great to anybody learning hockey. She takes them in and teaches them, and that whole group there, taught me a lot. That's where I learned to play goalie. She took me in and gave me a chance, and I played goalie for them. This was like a year or two after I started playing goalie. I never played goalie before, and now I can play goalie because she gave me the opportunity and a lot of ice time to play. I wasn't very good, and I'm still not very good at goalie, but I try hard, and that's all that really matters. So, it's kind of my IAMHOCKEY journey, right? And then, I was really liking playing hockey, and I was posting my games from Live Barn, and I had subscribed, and I thought, hey, this is really great. I love hockey. I love watching my games, and I'll share it with the other people. But it wasn't until after, if I just, so I'll show you here. So if you guys can all see that, I think right now you can see that, I had colon cancer. They told me on October 4th or 5th of 2017. And wow, it really changed me. So I'm just going to read this. So here I am at 47 years old, playing hockey and loving life. I had a great job, great kids, loving wife, and once again playing hockey, and I loved it. I was really enjoying it, and I posted on Facebook, and then on October 2nd, 2017, I posted that I wasn't feeling well and I had some stomach aches. I posted that on Facebook, and then October 5th, I posted that post that you see right now. So, yeah, I had colon cancer, and my whole world flipped. It hit me so deep that I'm not sure no one really understands. Yeah, so still to this day, it's best for them. You know, I put on a strong face. I can't watch them be hurt. You know, your kids, your family, you can't just watch them hurt. So, you know, it was killing me inside, and even to this day, it hurts a lot, and you still wonder if I'm gonna die. I know that's rough, but it's the truth. And, you know, you wonder. You just don't know when that other shoe's gonna drop. So I put on a strong face, and, you know, meanwhile, inside, the torment and anguish was unrelenting. October 23rd, I had surgery. They removed 12 inches of my colon and 27 lymph nodes. 12 inches of my colon. They did this all laparoscopically, so three slices of my stomach, so one camera, one utensil to hold, and one to cut and snip and pull. And yeah, sure enough, surgery was a success. And then on October 31st, they called me and said that none of the 27 lymph nodes that they had cut out, or the 12 inches, other than the little piece that was in there, was no more cancer. There was no other cancer in there. So just the one little spot that they had found. So that was really good. Again, really good. It was mildly pleasant news to me. Really, really good news to everybody else. I mean, I'm glad I didn't have cancer at that point, but still, I couldn't help but feel like, you know, the other shoe was going to drop any day. So, you know, it wasn't much longer after that. October 31st, I had been healing for, 7 days then, 8 days. Another 10 days healing, and I was back out on the ice and playing. And ever since then, I mean, I put everything into IAMHOCKEY, and I play 5 to 6 times a week now. Tuesday nights with Dan Ayott's group. Wednesday night, still playing with Chris Clark's group. We actually play over in Lewiston now, at the Calce. Wow. Friday night with. Occasionally I play on Saturday nights with Josh Monroe, who's actually one of the guys who runs the Zamboni and manages the ice time over at Norway Savings Bank Arena. Really nice guy. He's actually worn the cam on a couple of episodes, or one episode, and that's another thing I do. I let other people wear the cam because they can be hockey for a day, and you know. And then I also played on a group over at Hebron Academy, and there's a great group of guys over there. Actually, 2 groups I played there. Chris's group had moved to Thursday night for a while, and on Wednesday nights there was some ice hockey being played at Hebron, and I started playing, and wow, it was great. So after that, I started playing in another league on Sunday mornings, and yeah, Sunday morning leagues with the Hebron Academy alumni team, and those guys are a bunch of great guys. Yeah, so that's really kind of my journey. I play Sunday nights now. That's it. I played Sundays for a long time with the Boston Creams as goalie, and then Josh Bork had given me the opportunity to come on board with Bork Construction on Sunday night, which is the younger, faster league. And I've been playing that now for a couple of years, and yeah, I'm getting older, and I can still hold my own. I'm not a big goal scorer in that league. I still do all right on the Friday night league, which is a little bit slower. But on that Sunday night league, there's a lot of fast guys, and I can hold my own, and I play strong, but there's not a lot of goals. But anyways, that's kind of my hockey journey and where I brought I Am Hockey. And my next big thing that I'm going to do on I Am Hockey is and that's actually what you're seeing here is the studio setup for YouTube Hockey in the News. So I've gotten a group of guys that I've been, following and listening to on I Am Hockey, and then of course on YouTube. Just Your Average Goalie, Your Voiceover Goalie, Jack Monroe. Then there's McNally's Crease, Travel Oilers, the Asian Goalie. There's a bunch of other YouTubers out there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do little episodes that are going to cover, what they're doing on YouTube. So each week I'll publish a video about what they've published and try to steer some people towards, some of the other channels, some of maybe the lower subscriber channels that do a really good job at making content and stuff. So anyways, that's who I am, and that's what I do because, life's too short, and who knows when that other shoe's going to drop. I'm just going to keep having some fun. Again, remember, I am hockey.
I am hockey.